Welcome back to your slightly quirky but still action-packed and info-strong roundup of today's action from Dakar. And you can have it all in Spanish, French or Arabic if you prefer. Just change the audio track in the YouTube settings for this video.
This one is like the beginning, the first one, so it's something very emotional. We were planned to win one during the 15 days, but we were not expecting to do that so quickly. So this is done, and now we need to see if we can do it again.
Thank you!
After a 5-day sojourn at base camp in Yanbu, the whole Dakar circus has decamped to one of the most important seats of ancient human civilization. No, not Grimsby, Alula. And as you're going to see, it is both utterly stunning and terrifyingly brutal.
Running in circles, we can break free.
I think in the stock category, the exciting thing is that everyone's going to probably have these days.
Love's irony.
I think the goal is to not lose as much time as possible and make your bad days less bad. We didn't lose that much time. I know we're 2 hours down right now, but anything can happen in this class.
Not easy, stony, sandy.
Se retrouver en tête aussi vite, c'est pas forcément une bonne option sur un Dakar.
Today we'll start with the ultimate class, the top tier of rally raid cars competition. Yesterday's winners Guillaume de Mevius and Mathieu Baumel opened the road.
Ça a été un rêve depuis que j'étais tout petit et là ça fait 5 ans que je réalise mon rêve et maintenant au plus haut niveau.
Guy Bottrell had what we call, in technical rally terminology, an absolute Western supermare. That's nightmare for those who don't speak Cockney rhyming slang. We knew today's stony surfaces would likely mean punctures, and this was a big blowout. But rather than stopping, he and Oriol Mena chose to carry on regardless, and from then, it all went beautifully south. The damage to the tyre and rim was so severe, they had to do some trackside metalwork, limping home 37th. But it's been an incredible day for Toyota, a clean sweep of the top 5. João Ferreira, 5th quickest for Toyota Gazoo Racing South Africa, a triple stage winner in the SSVs, 8th overall on his Ultimates debut last year. A legend in the bikes, Toby Price, is in his 2nd year on 4 wheels, 4th for the Toyota Gazoo Racing W2RC team. Reigning champions Yazid Al-Raji and Timo Gottschalk, also in the Toyota Hilux, but they represent Overdrive Racing.
Day for us is everything going well. We have one puncture and a lot of dust, but we do a great job. That's most important.
A first stage podium of the year for the Saudi star, which leaves Henk Laterken so close to winning the title last year, but disappointed with their first 2 outings in 26. Laterken drove in the SSV class in Dubai, but is back in the Ultimates, 2nd today, despite being one of many who required a puncture pit stop. And let's pause briefly to admire this stunning landscape.
We'll see what we can do tomorrow. Hopefully we can have a good stage and get ourselves sort of back in the bunch.
Victory went to American superstar Seth Quintero. The boy wonder switched navigators this year and feels his pairing with compatriot Andrew Short is already super promising. It's Seth's 3rd special win since moving up from buggies to Ultimates.
If you're battling your teammates for a win, then you're having a good day. So today was a good day.
It was almost a perfect day for Toyota, but they don't lead overall. For the first time, that honour lies with Dacia Sandriders and 5-time champ Nasser al-Attiyah. How important do you think today was, Nasser?
I think today it looks like will be the key of Dakar.
5 Toyotas, 2 Dacias, 2 Fords and a Mini in the top 10. And Saud Variawa is in there just ahead of Carlos Sainz. Road and track star James Hillier is at his 3rd Dakar. Yesterday he fell in a rocky section and fractured his arm just below the elbow. The Dakar can be incredibly cruel. His emotion was clear when I spoke to him this morning.
Yeah, I come to ride. I enjoy riding in Saudi Arabia. You know, the goal is to finish. And I think if I was closer to the end, I would push. It's hard, really hard to digest and accept. Yeah, incredibly disappointing to go out so early. Lost really for words at the moment. It's part of this game is it's a roller coaster of emotion, you know, struggles, and I guess one of the appeals of this, you know, the highs and the lows. The lows far outweigh the highs, but for some reason we keep coming back chasing those highs.
Mend up well, James. I know we'll see you again. Original by Motul is the true spirit of the Pioneers, where riders participate in the rally with no support whatsoever. Man and machine, alone, against everything thrown at them by the Dakar in Saudi.
Ça va être une étape technique dans les canyons, pas mal de cailloux. Il va falloir être très attentif parce que quand on est dans des canyons comme ça, la visibilité est restreinte. En fait, on voit pas loin.
Leading the Original by Motul class is last year's winner, Emmanuel Mani Genesh, on his 16th participation. The Romanian rally legend has won 3 from 3 so far. Jérôme Martini and Benji Melo, who lost out dramatically to Genesh last year, just behind. In Rally GP, could the same top 3 as the first 2 race days do it again? Canet, Sanders and Brabeck. Third special, Ricky Brabeck third for the 3rd time. The Honda rider has a feeling that KTM are working together against him, but the American was quickest for the first 50k. By the 2nd time check, Sanders had taken over the virtual lead, tussling with Ricky's Honda teammate Tosha Sharena. He looks to be keeping his powder dry for now, with a charge to come later on. Sanders, though, still setting the pace until kilometre 240, when Tosha took over, only for Ricky to come back into the frame. But what about Canet? Winner on the opening 2 days as a Rally GP rookie, the Spaniard was in contention, moving steadily up the field, as was another Honda, that of Skylar Howes. In the end, though, the time bonuses separated these 5, Sanders leading Canet and Brabeck home. Howes and Sharena completed the top 5. Thumbs up, boys. Hand on heart. That was a great stage.
I tried to find my rhythm because I was like in the middle of nowhere, no one behind and no one in front.
You know, I tried to make a push and get up to the front to gain some, you know, bonus time, but the guys are opening really well.
Daniel made an incredible job opening more or less half day, so super happy.
A bit after the refueling, I catch 1 tree. I crashed big, it's part of it, I have nothing more to say.
Sanders, Canet, Brabeck, Sharena, Branch, Benavides, Howes, Nacho and ABV. I literally couldn't have hoped for a better top 10 at this point, and it includes 1 Rally 2 rider, Michael Doherty, who retained his overall lead over today's winner, Martin Ventura, not the pet detective. That's Honda's first ever win in Rally 2, and what a day for the Portuguese rookie, who's part of the official factory setup. The Challengers is proving challenging for all the title challengers. Today, victory went to Lucas Del Rio, who had a multitude of problems back in 2022, and when he's not behind the wheel, is a professional actor. Well, he didn't fluff his lines today on the biggest stage of all, etc., etc. David Ziller is the new overall leader. To be or not to be Dakar champion, eh? Gonzalo Guerrero, runner-up in the Challengers 12 months ago, has moved to T4s this year. Victory for him takes him up to 2nd in the standings behind Xavier de Soltre. In the trucks, Martin Matchik finished 3rd in successive days after struggling with the conditions of rocks and dust. The defending champion thought he was fighting for first with Vallidosas Jala, yet both were beaten to the win by Gert Hutzink. The Dutchman earned his first win on the Dakar since 2 specials in 2024. Like so many others, Mitchell van den Brink had tyre trouble, but now leads overall after Alish Loprice lost 13 minutes today. And tomorrow, we're back with the picture-perfect, postcard-ready landscapes of this cradle of civilization, Alula. Look out for astonishing sandscapes, extraordinary rock formations sculptured by the passage of time, and of course, loads of really fast cars and bikes going hell for leather through the desert. Catch you then, rally fans.
Alors, c'est quoi ce bordel ?